Hello, I'm Claire Martin from Zeiss. I'm the Business Development Manager for Glaucoma and Retina, and today I'm going to do a short demonstration of our Cirrus HD OCT and show you how easy it is to operate. First of all, we're going to put some patient data into the instrument. So very simply, we add the new patient details, and we have Emma sitting with us today. So we just put the patient's name into the machine. We do need a date of birth because we have age normative data on here. And obviously it's nice to give the sex of the patient. If we have any correction, we can put the refraction in and it automatically will focus for us, but Emma actually doesn't have any refraction. We then go to acquire. Emma, if you wouldn't mind putting your chin on the chin rest and your forehead against the rest. So the very first scan we're going to do is a macular cube. We can see Emma's eyelashes down here, so I'm just clicking, literally clicking with the mouse onto where I think Emma's pupil is, just to align. Then we go forward just to focus, and what we're aiming for is to have the iris in focus and actually click in the middle of the pupil. We can then optimize to make sure that we get the best possible scan. Optimize both enhances and centers our scan for us. And then Emma, if you can keep nice and still looking at the cross, and then we just press capture. It takes literally a second to scan. We finished. It gives our patient a score. We've got 10 out of 10, which is brilliant. We need a 6 or above. We have the scan in the middle of the screen, which is what we want, so we can save. Our next scan we're going to do is the optic disc cube. So the fixation is actually going to move for our patients, so we ask them just to keep looking at the fixation target. We need to center around the optic disc. Everything else looks fantastic. So Emma, nice and still for me, and we're going to press capture and take that scan. So that's our glaucoma scan, 10 out of 10. Everything looks fine, so we'll save that one. The other thing we can do with the Cirrus is we can do anterior scans. So it clicks another lens into place for us. Emma's just going to look straight ahead for me. Just keep looking straight ahead, Emma. All right, and there's our scan there. Keep nice and still. We're going to capture that scan. So this is a corneal scan. And the last one we're going to do, we're still at the front of the eye, but Emma's just going to look off to the side slightly. I'm going to click on the edge of the iris and the sclera, and then we can see her angle. She's got a lovely wide angle here. Nice and still, Emma, and we'll capture that one. So in a very, very short period of time, we've taken front and back of the eye, and we've got all those scans. So we can finish, and now we can go and analyse our data. So we click on View Today's Patients, we click on Emma, and we go into Analyse. First scan we looked at was the macular cube, so we can go and look at macular thickness analysis, and on here we can see Emma has a beautiful normal eye. Everything is color coded. Green is good to go. It's like a traffic light system, so normal measurements. She's got a lovely foveal dip. Everything's smooth on the RPE, and here we have our three-dimensional scans, which all look absolutely fine. So I'm happy with Emma's macula. Let's go and check her optic disc. If we'd done both of her eyes, we'd have the right eye and the left eye next to one another. You can see here that she's got nice healthy nerve fibre bundles. Colour coded again, green's good to go. And here we're comparing Emma to our database, normative database of patients. It shows us the retinal nerve fibre layer thickness, it shows us disc and cup to ratios, etc. And if we'd done both eyes, we'd get symmetry showing, so it gives you an awful lot of information. Anterior segment cube, we can actually go and measure how thick the cornea is, and this is a very accurate way of doing it. I'm just going to change to black and white because you can see it a bit clearer, and I'm just going to do a measurement. So you can see that Emma has just slightly thicker than normal cornea, very easy to do. And the last measurement that we did was the anterior segment cube, which was the actual angle. And this is just to check whether we have wide or narrow angles. And Emma has a beautiful wide angle. If they're narrow, they literally pop out the screen at you. Very easy to see. So in summary, you've seen how easy and fast it is to operate the Cirrus HD